After years of allowing his frustration to build within him, Master Dooku could finally take no more. Like many Jedi within the Order, Dooku recognized that the Republic was plagued by corruption. And worse, this corruption not only resulted in the needless deaths of his fellow Jedi, but the spread of chaos throughout the galaxy. But unlike the other Jedi, Dooku wouldn't turn a blind eye to the state of affairs, and would do everything he could to purge the corruption from the Republic, including leaving the Jedi Order. The Sith were the perfect outlet for Dooku in this regard. And it wasn't merely the fact that he and Sidious held the common goal of tearing down the Republic and rebuilding a stronger, better order from the ground up. Dooku also recognized the Sith didn't place limits on itself when it approached the Force. While the Jedi shielded themselves from the dark side, the Sith accepted its use and incorporated its power into the fulfillment of their goals. And when it came to reorganizing the galactic government, Dooku desired to place no limits upon his goals and the ways in which to achieve it. But there was also another way, separate from the Sith, in which Dooku could have obtained his political goals and attempt to influence the Republic in a way he desired. In this video expose, I will explain how Dooku could have changed the Republic without the influence of the Sith, and describe why he ultimately rejected this second path. After he left the Jedi Order, Dooku claimed his birthright and assumed his hereditary title as a Count of Sereno. This made the former Jedi Master the head of House Dooku, one of the great houses of Sereno. This was no small feat, especially to someone who wished to influence politics on a galactic scale. Recognized since the age of Darth Bane, roughly 1,000 years earlier, the ruling noble families of Sereno, including House Dooku, were some of the wealthiest individuals within the galaxy. These great houses of Sereno didn't just fund charitable and political institutions, they were wealthy enough to underwrite massive government projects. More than that, even in the time of Bane, the ruling families of Sereno deployed their resources in the funding of separatist factions that were allied to their own interests. Therefore, the resources available to Dooku when he left the Order were tremendous, as he literally became one of the wealthiest individuals within the galaxy. With years of relationships forged upon Coruscant and centuries of family ties to separatist factions. But initially, Dooku didn't think to fund separatist factions. Rather, he briefly considered the possibility of turning the corruption of the Republican Senate against itself through his newfound wealth. Namely, he would use his resources to buy the allegiances of numerous senators, even attempting to buy control and influence of the Republic itself. First, a man of honor that Dooku considered himself to be, defined by a great heritage and unwavering principle, would never bring himself to lord over those that he considered to be a horde of scavengers. Integrity alone would never allow Dooku to simply buy his influence over the Senate. But this was not the solution that Dooku desired anyway. He wanted something far more than merely the control of a number of senators. He wanted to cleanse the galaxy of what he viewed to be the fester of democracy, the institution of a completely new paradigm where he could act with true authority. This type of authority couldn't be bought, no matter how many senators he paid for. Not to mention, Dooku wouldn't be purging the corruption from the system, but becoming a part of it himself. In the end, Dooku would leave himself to be undermined by someone wealthier and more determined anyway, someone willing to outspend and outmuscle him to expand their influence upon the Senate. Thus, Dooku's path necessitated an alliance with the Sith. He would incorporate the power of the dark side into his already powerful understanding of the Force, and use it to bring about a new galactic order. Knowing that the Sith, embodied by Darth Sidious, desired to see the Republic brought down just as much as he did, Dooku would forge an alliance with them, so that one man would become powerful enough to make the difference he knew was needed. So there we have it, a second path available to Dooku and why he rejected it. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel, or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me, for lording over a horde of scavengers.